How we start in a project and we work to create a product, or we're going to be renaming products into templates. Here's how we create a template from the academic version that we want to use for the independent learners. This is meant to, the goal here is to have the academic version include whatever you want in terms of instructor interventions. So if you want to have questions in your assessments that require instructor scoring, that's great. That's the academic version with instructor scoring. The independent version, where there are no students who have instructors monitoring their work, need assessments that are entirely composed out of auto-scored materials. You can design them however you like, but they should not involve scoring by an instructor. So we're going to start by, let's see if I believe we can copy this. So we're going to start with the initial product, and we're going to duplicate it. Okay, and give it a new title to distinguish it. We are going to, now this is something only an admin can do, so I will need to manage that for you in the future, but we're going to give it a price of $25 and a grace period of 1 day. Relative to the student first access, because this is a rolling enrollment course, you want the grace period to start when they enroll and not start on the first day of class, because that doesn't make sense if you want this to be around for a long time. So we will save those, and then you'll see that under Customize Content is how you change the material that is included in this product. But we don't yet have assessments that make sense for the independent learner version in order to put here. What we have to do is have an entirely different page. You can't edit this page, or it will change it in the academic version, because it's exactly the same page. It's just used in both places. So if you were to edit this page, it would update the academic version, which is not what you want to do. Instead, we're going to go back into the project and we're going to duplicate all of the assessment pages. We're going to come back here and replace these original assessment pages with the new ones. And that way, you can tailor them to be useful here, but not to overwrite what's in the academic version. All right, so we go back to the curriculum. Here, let's just go back. All right, so now we're going to look at the pages. We're going to go to the All Pages view, and we are going to look at scored pages. Okay, and so you have only 5 of them. Okay. What we're going to do with this first one, I don't remember. Yeah, so we're going to duplicate assessment 1. This is the copy, and we are going to rename it something that makes sense for the student to see, but also lets you distinguish it from the other one, because if they have identical titles, it's going to be very difficult for you to know which one is which when you go to swap out and swap in the pages. So you can come back and change this yourself if you don't like this, but I'm just going to call it independent learner. Okay. You can come back and change this to whatever distinguishing title you want, but this makes it easy for me to recognize which is which. So I'm going to head back to All Pages. I'm going to do this a few more times. Let's see if I can, no, I can't. I'm going to try opening this in a new tab instead of, I'll just duplicate them all here. Assessment 5 and Assessment 4. Okay, so I'm going to open this in a new tab, this in a new tab, this in a new tab, and this in a new tab. And then up here, I will edit this title. Independent Learner. And I will copy that. And I will save it. And close it. And in the next one, I will save it and close it. Always looking for efficiencies in bulk application of changes. Okay, so now we have new versions that when you update them are not going to update the academic versions that are in your original course. Okay, so what we do now is we go back to your new product, the For Independent Learners version, and we switch in the new pages for the old ones. So in the first, we come down here and we add, actually I'm going to add them all at the same time and then move them where they need to go. So Arabic 2, and when you click on all pages and you, oh, you know what, I have to publish them. They're not available here yet because I haven't published them. So good lesson. Let's go back and publish those pages so that they will then be available. This is not going to have any effect whatsoever on your existing courses because these pages don't exist in them, and there's no way to force them into your existing courses. So this changes nothing. We're just going to publish them and make them available. We're just going to make them available so that the product can incorporate them. Okay, so now we go back to the product, and those pages are now out there for use. We're going to add materials, and the easiest way to do this is to go to all pages and sort by published on. And now we're going to add the new pages. I don't see the other one. It's probably on the next page, but oh, did I miss one? 1, 2, 3. Where is the other independent learner version? I must have missed it somehow. Okay, so there are 4 of them. Okay, well, it is also here, so we will publish that. If this is wonky, I apologize, but I have found this to be the easiest way to find the most recent pages, the ones that I'm working on presently. So here we have our 5 pages. I'm going to add them. What it does is it drops them here at the bottom of the curriculum, and now you can move them all where they need to go. So we move the Lesson 1 assessment into Lesson 1. Same with Lesson 2. Okay, and then we need to come in here. We find Lesson 1 has been dropped at the top, so we're going to pull it down to the bottom. And we are going to remove the original assessment that we don't want in this course. Okay, so now we've got the independent learner version here. We're going to go back and do the same in the next lesson. And we continue until all the pages are accounted for. Lesson 3. Lesson 4. And lesson 5. Okay, so all of them are in place. I'm going to save the curriculum. And then the last step, which is something that you are going to undertake as the author, is heading back to we want to go back to the project, to the pages themselves. You can check on last, is it last updated? No, I guess not, because that page hasn't been updated yet. So, you're going to look at the scored pages, and now interesting. Why are these not showing? Do I need to? I don't need to actually do this, do I? Because it's already here. Oh, right. These are not in the curriculum itself. So they're not in the overall curriculum. Those pages, so this is the curriculum is the foundation for your course. It's what you're going to get anytime you build a new product from scratch rather than copying a product. And this curriculum doesn't include those 5 pages, which is fine. But just this product does. They don't exist here. This was the source of the copy. And they do exist in here, the independent learner version. So they're not part of the curriculum, but they are part of a product. So when you go and you build a new product using, let's go back. If I were to create a new product here, I'm not going to do it. But if you were to start here and click create a product, what it would use is exactly what you have in your curriculum, and only what you have in your curriculum. And so it would not include those new pages because they do not exist here in this scope and sequence that you have laid out for a standard version of the course. If you were to copy this product, then they would be present there, and the new product would not include the original full academic instructor graded questions in the original. So that is how you create an independent learner version or any sort of diversion from the original that would have unique pages whose edits you want to not see reflected in other materials in the course. It's a way to bifurcate a few of the pages but still maintain shared pages for the rest of the course.